Part 3 of our webinar. At last we spoke. We had covered the first 3 steps, right? We created the list. We changed nouns to verbs. We estimated how long it was going to take. We prioritized every item on the list. If there's 7 things, everyone gets a number because now they have a plan to get things done. The final one, and this is what puts it all in place and makes it work, the real magic, you have to work in blocks. There's no more of this. And all of us had this same experience, I think, as kids, sitting down and your parents saying, what? Don't get up until it's done. Folks, you've got to think about this. Kids have been sitting for 6 or more hours at school already. So to ask them to come home and sit forever, again, it's not going to work. And it loses focus. Kids have a lot of homework today. Suffice to say, it's going to take them forever. So I'm advocating you work for 25 minutes and then you take the 5-minute break. How are you going to hold them accountable? It's simple. You get yourself a kitchen timer. You set it for 25. When it goes off, you've got 5 minutes, you say to your son or daughter. Do anything you'd like. But you set that timer again for 5 minutes. When it goes off, here's the accountability piece. You have to come back and say, didn't I just hear that timer go off? Oh yeah, you did. Got to get back to it. And you work 25 and 5 until things are done. It's much more manageable than to sit down and get it all done until it's absolutely all done. Work in blocks. All right, you have to be able to acknowledge effort. The acknowledgement is huge with the middle schooler and high schooler mind. They want to know that their effort is actually resulting in some type of achievement. So if you can acknowledge the effort with them, you're golden, right? Because acknowledgement of effort, that builds confidence. And why is the confidence important? Of course, the confidence is important because they're going to have to come back and do this again day after day after day. All right, let's go to our final excuse. We'll say, the teacher just doesn't like me. And kids will say this more often than not. And you're going to say, so what? There's going to be people, right? This is a classic argument that you heard from your own parents. There's going to be people you don't like, you're going to have to work with. Kids don't necessarily buy that. What you can look for, though, is the fact that if they've got all A's and then there's a C that kind of stands out, you have to say to yourself, you know what? It's not that the teacher doesn't like you. It's that there's something here with the relationship that we need to really work on. And that's what you're going to advocate with your son or daughter. Now, a few things you can do kind of in the background. Again, send the email, leave the voicemail. I wonder if my child and I can come in and talk with you for 5 minutes. Here's what I'm noticing. He seems frustrated with the homework. I'm wondering how I can help. I want him, these are the key words with the middle school and high school teacher, I want my child to be able to take responsibility. I'm just trying to figure out what the best way it is that I can help. All right. And speaking of help, the best thing that you can do as a parent now, because your son or daughter really doesn't want your help, and if you try and force it on them, you're going to get that resistance, just throw out the question, how can I help you? Another question you can throw out, let me know if I can help you in any way. Right? Not really a question, more of a statement, but you get the idea. It puts the responsibility back on their shoulders and in their lap, and then let them come to you. And they will, but you have to have the patience to allow your son or daughter the opportunity to kind of work on it on their own and then come to the discovery, the revelation that, you might be able to be a bit of a help to them, the resource. Keep your mind and your brain and all of your focus on the long term. By that I mean you are working on a relationship now with your child in the middle school and high school that is going to be the basis of your relationship with them as an adult. So if all of your conversation it leads to frustration, that is the type of relationship you're building. They will not pick up the phone and call you when they finally move out. They're not going to want that. So keep that in the back of your mind as you think about academic achievement and how we can best go about getting things done. All right, this is my phone number once again. Please, I've got 2 kids of my own. They have cell phones. Unlimited texting is what I do. So don't feel at all bad or cautious about sending me that text. I welcome it. Thank you again for taking time out. I look forward to sharing the next webinar with you. Please give us some feedback. Let us know what you'd like to see and how this is working for you. Take care.